introduce then I'll start sharing the screen when I need to. Good afternoon. Very happy to be around on this platform provided to me by LawSeco. So we'll be talking about how to deal with English, the part that we have in the prelims. So we'll be talking about first of all, we are going to see what the topics, the kind of topics that are there in the exams, mainly for prelims. Today's target will be prelims, right? So allow me to introduce myself. I'm Prabjot. Uh, have been a teacher of English since 1993, and as far as my educational qualifications are concerned, I am a postgraduate in English with honors in English, and then I also postgraduated in education. So that was really interesting for me. Uh, and I have been mentoring the students for judiciary for over a decade, and I can proudly say that more than 30 students uh, of mine are serving as judicial officers in different states, in the state of Delhi, Haryana, Punjab, and Himachal Pradesh. And today, I'm very happy to be around as I'm addressing all those aspirants who are looking forward to serve as judicial officers in Delhi. So, the main thing that we are going to work on today is the type of questions that as candidates come across related to English. So, as I was going through the previous question papers, so there are three broad headings that we can cover. First is vocabulary, and second is grammar, and third is comprehension of an unseen passage, right? So, vocabulary is covered again under different headings. For example, we have, and they may ask you meaning of a word, and they, as you know, it is an objective type question paper. So you have four options. There's just one word given, and they are giving you options. Second is they give you a sentence, and you have to pick the option for the meaning of a given word based upon that context. Like it's not just that you don't know what the word is all about. So you just get, just excuse me. Just see if there's right. So second is that you get a word in a context, and then you get to pick the meaning of that word. Another, like, or we can also simply say that they simply ask you to give the synonym of this word, so antonym of this word. But the most interesting part that I find is that is idioms. Many of them are uh, they are given idioms. Just a second. Here we are. We'll just hope you can see. These are the. If you can just let me know if my screen is visible to all of you, that will be great. So these are the idioms that have been asked during the previous years. So burning the candle at both ends, albatross around the neck. So I hope you can go through all of these. while going through these idioms and just having a look at these, you can see that these are not very difficult ones. These are not out of the world. And as per my experience, what I can see is that if you just happen to go through a book that is at the graduation level from any of the universities, you should be able to come across almost all of these. So you can just have a look at those idioms, right? So another thing that I want to talk about mainly, that is the homophones. Homophones means homophones are like there are two words, two or more than two words that sound similar. Their sound is similar. For example, you can see cited, and you are supposed to pick the right word. And I would like you to just type in the chat the answer for the first one. Let this be an interactive session, right? I would really appreciate if you write type answers to the first one. The council exceeded or exceeded. Which one is the right one? This one. Anybody? Mhm. Anybody else? Yeah. Exceeded. The spellings again. The choice is the right one. ACCEDED. This is the right one, right? Yeah. This is the correct answer. The EXCEED. Exceed means some to be more than what is expected and what is required. Like you can say excess or exceed. This one exceeded too. And the other one, cited or cited. The words dashed by the teacher from, sorry, this is correct. This should have, okay. Gita made profound sense. Hmm. Cited, yes, you are right. To accept. The word cited, what are the spellings for that? Which one is the correct one? The word cited by the teacher from the Gita made profound sense. Cited, yes, correct. Correct, Vartika, it is correct. And the other one obviously is going to be cited, SIG. Right, cited, fine. And then proceed and precede. Hard work. There is another thing to add to be added. Let us see what's the correct answer to this. Hard work. Thank you, Pratibha. You are right. Fourth one, hard work dash good result. Mhm. Preceded or it can be precedes also. Since hard work precedes, if we say preceded, that goes into the past. And we'll be discussing the tenses also side by side wherever it comes up. So it is precedes because it is some kind of, you can say, truth. Hard work precedes, it comes beforehand. So it has to be in simple present, not in past. Precedes. And in case it is given like that, you are supposed to add s also. Yeah, precedes. The next one, fifth, fifth. It has to be the proceeds. Whatever is comes up from that event, proceeds. The proceeds from the event will go towards charity. And the sixth one, the group now, let us be quick. The group now proceeds. Again, S is to be added because the group is a collective noun and it is supposed to be singular when we add verb to it. Proceed. Since it is now, Mita, it should be present. The group now proceeds onwards, not proceeded. Okay. So these are the things. Now that brings us to a point that we have to see how it works, right? Hard work precedes good result because it is a truth. It has to be in present, and if it is simple present, then it is going to take s with precede. So these things have to be kept in mind when you deal with this, right? Then the proceeds from the event will go towards charity. The group now proceeds onwards. So I think these are the things, these are the things that happen, right? The kind of mistakes that we make are these kind of things that you pick the right word, but then the thing has to be kept in mind, right? Again, we get back to this point. The group now proceeds onwards for the mission. Next one, elude, elude, or delude. We'll just take a few minutes and we move on to the next topic. Just want you to be with me. The thieves dash the police. Now, first decide whether it is going to be present or past. The thieves, is it one time event? Most probably. So we will say the thieves eluded or eluded. It should be. It shows that it is sharing your screen. If anybody can help me, it is visible on my screen. It says I'm sharing. Let me try again. Am I visible? Okay, I'll try. I'll start again. Thank you. Just give me a sec. Is it visible now? Anybody, please from the team help me out. I'm sharing the screen. It shows that it is sharing. Mm. Is it visible now? Well, still not visible. Mhm. Yeah, I did. I tried that. Okay, I'll try once again. So anyways, we'll proceed with. I'll just try in the meantime, so I can share. I can just let you know. I can speak out, so and you can listen to that. This is the last try. Then we'll begin with something else. Right. This one. Is it visible now? Still not? Then I'll just give you the sentences and we can move on. All right. So the question was, in his speech, he dashed to a great person. He eluded or eluded. So the choice is elude or elude. I'll just type then. It is elude or elude. Elude or elude, right? Yeah, the thieves elude. The spellings will be elude. E-C. Now, there are a lot of things that we are going to take care of. Spellings will also, you will again, it is E-L-U-D-E, not double L. Ratika, it has to be E-L. This is elude. And he alluded. He alluded to a great person. When you say he alluded, that is A double L. He alluded to a great person in his speech, right? So please take care of the tense, the spelling, and of course the right word that has to be picked. Correct? Then the third one was he dashed me into lending him my car. He deluded me. He deluded me. Correct? Now the next one I'm going to give you is lose or lose. I'll give you the sentence and please write the answer to that in the chat. So sentence is the strings of the bag came loose. What are the spellings that you are going to pick? Loose. The strings of the bag came loose. Correct? I do not wish to lose my passport. The spellings. Loose means not tight. Lose a passport. Lose a friend. Please check the spelling. I do not like to wear loose shirt. That will be LOOSC. Let me try once again, right? Um, just a minute. Is it visible now? Anybody? Is it visible now? Yes or no? Otherwise, we'll move on without it. You can listen to me. Thank God. Thank you so much. All right. So we were talking about lose or lose. The strings of the bag came loose, LOOSE. I do not wish to LOSE lose my passport. I do not wish to lose a dear friend. Next, accent, ascent, and ascent. The ascent to the top. This is to go up. Was tough. Just look at the spellings. Be careful. He gave his dash to the marriage proposal. He gave his spellings. He gave his, right? Assent to the marriage proposal. The, yes. Third, 15. The accent in which he spoke was difficult to understand. 15th, the accent, the way of speaking, the style of speaking, that is accent, right? Correct. Yes, Pratibha, it is right. Now, another thing that is usually asked is phrases. Like you are given one word set and you have to use a different preposition. These are called prepositional phrases. And then aside, set, set aside the decree of the lower court. Then the second one, after the appointment, she immediately set about organizing her department. These seats are set apart for women. Winter has now set in. So you can just look for these kind of phrases. Like you can find it anywhere under the title of prepositional phrases. When you just get into the topic of prepositions, you can find these. These are important. These are just a few of the sentences that have been given in your exams in the prelims. So you can just prepare these. So what? Just a second. So what we have seen so far, like for vocabulary, we have words or meanings. That's really vast. So you can just go through the books where there are options given, right? Now practice from the multiple choice. From the books where meanings or synonyms are given you for practice in the format of multiple choice questions, the way they are asked in your exam. Then we have idioms, then we have homophones. These are the three main questions, types of questions that you come across. Other than that, sometimes they ask you one word substitutes also. Suppose they give you the person, they give you the word somnambulist, and then they'll ask you the person who sleepwalks, right? So this is the right answer. Sometimes suppose they ask you that pens, papers, mm, like and other materials. So you are supposed to pick the word stationery, and you please be careful regarding the spellings also. I remember in one of the exams, the spellings were given as station and ARY, and the students picked it. So actually, E, the things that are related to education, like pens, pencils, papers, pens, clips, all these are covered under stationery, and that word stationery has E in it, station ERY, that is stationery. Be careful. So when you just pick the one word substitutes, when you just go through the words, I request you to take care of the spellings as well. So it is not only about the meaning, it is not only about the homophone, it is also about the tense that the sentence has, that whether it is in the present or the past, or whether it is a routine, or whether it is um, some truth. Please be careful. If it is a group, right? Group is a collective noun. It is considered singular. So it is going to take first form plus S or ES. Is this much clear, whatever we have discussed so far? Please just let me know so that we can move on to the next one. Next topic that we are going to talk about is grammar. Is this much clear? Thank you so much, Ratika, for letting me know. Just give me a sec. Now we are going to work for grammar. That is because what I noticed that in the examinations during 2010 and 11, and even maybe around 14. More focus was on vocabulary. And as we have progressed, I see that the focus has slightly shifted to grammar. There are more of questions based on grammar nowadays. Like if you just have a look at the question papers from 18, 19, 22. So this is what is happening actually, right? Just give me a sec. So we come to the topic of grammar now. Just a moment. Is my screen visible once again, or we have shifted to another screen that has grammar in it? Questions based on grammar. Please just let me know once again. Thank you all. Thanks. So the major number of questions, if you, as you might have already gone through the question papers and tried to find out, even if you haven't, then you can just rely on what has been done for you. So this is like how to complete the sentence, right? So I have just titled it subject verb agreement because we have to see what the subject is, and accordingly we choose the verb for that. The first sentence says after many days of deliberation, the jury dash finally returned with the verdict. So what are you going to choose? Has or have? I'll give you the choice. Has or have? The jury dash finally returned with the verdict. Correct. Has. And if I say the jury dash divided in their opinions, what are you going to say then? If I say yes, Ankit, Lakshita, Pratibha, all of you are right. And if I'm right, Shaktija. Is that, hope I am pronouncing it well, right? Yes, the jury have divided or are divided. The jury are divided, correct? Then neither the minister nor his aide, look at the spellings of aide, dash expected to speak to the press today, is or are. Thank you, Shaktija. Just wanted to try it. This is a new word for me, new name for me. Beautiful one though. Okay. Neither the minister nor his aide is or are. Is correct. Each of the students in the class is or are. Is. Each. Whenever we say each, we use singular verb. Just if you can note it down. So word like neither, nor, neither is. Each of the students in the class is or was. Like it has to be singular. Although Matthew and John have established themselves as successful businessmen, neither dash born into a wealthy family, was or were. Neither, neither was. Correct. The cattle dash grazing in the field, is or are. The cattle dash grazing in the field, is or are. The cattle are. The cattle are. Sorry, sorry, sorry. To all of you, it has to be are. The cattle are. Okay. Now here I would just like you to note down a few words. Now this is the topic of noun. There are certain nouns which appear to be singular on the face of it, because cattle doesn't have s added to it, so mostly people think it is singular, but it is plural. Cattle are, people are, children are, clergy are, right? Are you with me, all of you? The cattle are grazing in the field, or were, yeah, you can say were also, depends, because you will be given options over there. I'm just telling you whether it has to be singular or plural. So when you go for the exam, you'll be given options and then you have to check out of that, right? And what is the answer of has? What is this answer for? Nagini, you have said has. What is it for? The jury. Next one, the jury is now complete. Yes, the jury is now complete. Now coming to the words like jury, if you're noting down, jury, public, staff, police. So these are the collective nouns. And when we are talking about them as a collective whole, then we use a singular verb. The jury is now complete. The jury has come with the verdict. The jury is unanimous. Yes, jury is now complete. Seventh one, 50,000 rupees is or are. Seventh is correct. Now we'll just go through quickly because there are a few more things to topics to deal with. Yes, correct, correct, correct. Yes, you are very right. 50,000 rupees is not a bad salary. Neither the groom nor the bride want or wants. Ankit, it is not are for seventh, it has to be is. Okay. Neither the groom nor the bride want or wants. Wants, correct, because it is singular. Neither or nor. State of the student's academic achievements. Oh, there has to be an apostrophe out here. This is just a sec. I'll add to that. Where is it? Students. Mm, right. Students' academic achievements. The state of students' academic achievements dash improving is improving because we are adding subject to state. The subject we are adding verb to the subject state. A flock of geese has or have. Correct, has. Either the table or the chair. Need or needs. Yes, please. Either the table or the chair needs to be fixed. The Union of Carpenters advocates for better pay. Correct? Then we have questions on pronoun. The head coach is the person. Yes, Ratika, it is advocates. The head coach is the person dash is wearing a cap. Pronouns. The head coach is the person who is wearing a cap. My teacher is the only person. Yes, Ankit, you are right. Whose? Third one. It is not clear to dash the credit should go. Mhm. Second is whose. Third one. It's not clear to whom the credit should go. To whom the credit should go. Correct. Next, next ones are solved. We'll just discuss these. Ritu has eaten her lunch already, but I'm saving mine. Be careful regarding the use of mine. We gave them our telephone number and they gave us theirs. No apostrophe in theirs. My pen is broken. Can I borrow yours? Again, no apostrophe in yours. Geeta and I went to Delhi. Between you and me, he is a liar. Let you and I work together. Yeah, you can keep this with you. Just revise them. And of course, a few more. But these will give you a fairly good idea of the kind of questions that you are being asked, right? Then, I must discuss this kind of structure. He is too weak to walk. Ratika, whom doesn't have E at the end? That is, I think, my mistake. Please be careful. Right. He is too weak to walk. So it actually means he is so weak that he cannot walk. And in case it is he was too weak to walk, then it will be he was so weak that he could not walk. Be careful. If the sentence is in present, then we'll use cannot. If it is in past, then we'll use could not. Then you come across the questions based on conjunctions. Hardly had we entered. And hardly is followed by, if anybody can let me know, hardly is followed by when. Hardly had we entered when it started pouring. Scarcely did I fall asleep when my phone rang. No sooner had I sat down. Now, what are we going to use here? No sooner had we sat down. So your options are when, then, then. When, then, then. Yes, please. Third sentence. No sooner had I sat down. What are you going to fill it up with? Then. Correct. Thank you. You can have either or, of course. Here you can see either this or that. This was also asked in one of the papers. Then now again, live. Let's see. Both my aunt and my uncle. What do you say? Shakija, it is not when. When it comes no sooner, then it is followed by than. Hardly and scarcely use when. No sooner uses than. Yes, live. Ankit, the live is not used because it is both. Both and means two people. Both my aunt and my uncle live in India. For the next one, neither my aunt nor my uncle. Sixth one, neither my aunt nor my uncle live or lives. Lives, right. When it is neither nor, then nor is followed by a singular subject, right? My uncle, that is a singular person. Singular subject, then we use lives. Correct? Both and means two people. Neither my aunt, it is one person at a time. Neither my aunt, one person, nor my uncle, one person. So we use lives. Next one, my sister decided to go to two countries this year. She is going to Ireland and Scotland. Now you see the level of difficulty of the questions that you are being asked. They're not very difficult, but I understand that you need to be careful, mindful, aware of what the sentence actually asks for, right? Eighth one, the 12th grade not only marks the end of high school, but also the beginning of adulthood, right? So you can see the kind of conjunctions that you have been asked to fill in are either or, neither nor, Both. And yes, one thing more that I would like you to take note of, that is both is followed by and. Sometimes you may be given as well as, both my aunt as well as my uncle. No, that is not correct. It has to be and, both and. As well as is used as such. It is not, you can say, coupled with both or any other conjunction. Okay. And another thing that you can take note of is when we use as well as. Suppose I say my aunt as well as my uncle. So what are you going to do? Live or lives? Live or lives? My aunt as well as my uncle live in India or lives in India? Just one the sentence. Then we'll move on to prepositions. Mm-hmm. Ankit, sure? No. It is lives. When we use as well as, when two subjects are joined with as well as, we use the verb for the first subject. My aunt as well as my uncle lives in India. My sister as well as I. If I say I as well as my sister live in India, then I'm using live according to I. If I say my sister as well as I, as well as her friend, then we'll say lives. Hope it is clear. If there's any doubt, please ask. I'll say again. Is it clear, the use of as well as? Nobody is saying anything. What should I take it as? Thank you. All right. Now, another one, prepositions. Prepositions. I will return dash a month. Thank you all. Thank you. I will return dash a month. What do you say? In, right? In a month. I stayed in Delhi. Yep. For a week. I have not met her. I have not met her. Since. Correct. Next. I was enlisted in the army. I was enlisted in the army. The master dispensed. Yes, in. Fourth is in. The master dispensed is always with. Dispensed with. Hard work is indispensable. Two. Correct. Nobody is free from. Free from. Remember it like this. Yes. Ankit, it is correct. Fifth is two. Which one is two? Sixth one is two. Right. Seventh, nobody is free from fault. A dispute arose. Yeah. Between or among. Between or among. Between. Correct. When it is two people we are talking of, then it is between. Between. Right. The four sisters quarreled. Now, 4, more than 2. It is among. Correct. The book was kept on the table. Yes, yes. All of you are going right. Chita, Pratibha, Ritika, Ankit. Yes, beside. You are very right. It is beside, not besides. Mohan jumped. Mohan jumped. Yep. Mohan jumped. Dash the swimming pool. Into. Correct. He has worked with her for the last 10 years. We take so strong exception to. Who says since 12? No, it is for 10 years. Whenever, okay, now let's just finish the 14th one also, then we will talk about the difference between the use of for or since. Earlier also someone went wrong. I think Ankit went wrong for the use of for or since. The police is inquiring what? The police is inquiring into, correct? 13th. No, take exception to. It is always take exception to, not on. So when we talk of prepositions, there are certain rules that are applied as such, and then there are certain phrases that you have to remember. Okay? Yes, look into the case. Jump into the pool. So when action is involved, looking into the case, jump into the pool, he came into the room. So when the action is there, then we use into. If something is at rest, suppose you say that I'm sitting in the room, that is in. And we already talked about between and among. Between is used for two people, and among is used for more than two. Beside is by the side of. Besides is other than that. In addition to that, suppose you say that besides oranges, I bought apples. Then since or for. A few of you have gone wrong on this. Since is used it is used when we are talking about the point of time, when something started. Suppose you say he has worked with her since 2013. That would be better. That is correct. Then the starting point is given. When the period of time is given, the duration is given, then we use for. If you just notice it there earlier also, for a week, since September. Starting point is given, then it is since September. Okay. So in case if now suppose it is now November coming to an end. So if I say I have not met her for three months, then it will be for. When it is period of time given again in case of 12 sentence, it should be for the last 10 years. Is it correct? Is it clear to all of you? Yes. Shall we now start working on narration, change of narration? This is also asked. All right. So narration is direct to indirect speech. He said to us, "Are you going away today?" Can anybody give the answer? Thank you, okay. Can anybody give me the answer to that? He said to us, "Are you going away today?" He inquired of us or he asked us. He inquired of us if or whether. Whether that नहीं आएगा. So we aren't going to use Sorry, we aren't going to use that when it is a question. We simply use if or whether in case your sentence it has helping verb. Are you going away today? Whether. Then we use subject. Whether we were. Yes, he asked us whether we were going away today. No, we were going away that day. That day and full stop. Okay, noted? He said, where is the station? He said, where is the station? Yeah, if we were going away that day, correct. All right. He said, where is the station? He asked, he asked, yeah, please, where the station was. Right. He asked, W will get small, where the station was. Full stop. Because it is no longer a question now, it has become a statement. Correct? So mostly there are questions only asked for change of narration. So this is how we do. In case there is a helping verb, are, is, am, are, was, were, has, have, had, do, does, did, then we use whether. Whether, then subject, then again verb. We were going away that day. Next is adjective, use of further and farther. I shall meet her without what? Further or farther? Further delay, correct. You need not go, yes, Ankit, further delay. You need not go further into the matter. Delhi is, Delhi is, third one. Delhi is further, correct. Farther from Mumbai than Surat. He had nothing, he had nothing further to say. Yes, third one is further. Correct, correct. All of you, you are correct. He had nothing further to say. Fourth one, correct. Wow. Later, latter, latest, and last. How do we differentiate between these? Later and latest. These are associated with time. I'll call you later. Latest. In case of second sentence, this is the latest news. This is a dash edition of the book. First one. First one. Yeah, this is a now this is something that you really need to take care of. This is a this is not latest because latest will take the with it. This is how they trick you and you get tricked. Okay? It has to be later. This is a since it is a is being used here. This is a later addition, not the latest. If I say the, then it has to be the latest addition, correct? Second, this is the latest news. Yes. Third. Superlative degree, third degree, late, later, latest. And we use the with it, latest. I could not hear the which part. I could not hear the, yeah. Third one is, yeah, latter part. First one was I could hear the latter part. I could not hear the latter part. I have not heard the latest news. He is later than I expected. Now, related to time, he has got late. He is later than I expected. The again, I'm just helping you out with this because we need to do a few things more. Let's see. Ours is the ours is the last house in the street. Just go through these. If there is any doubt, you can just write it down. Letter Latter, letter and last. These talk about the position. Last bench. Latter means not the former one. The later chapters are lacking in interest because you can't use the last because it is chapters. There are more. Is everything clear up to this point? Thank you. Now, there's something more that you have been studying ever since your school days. I really don't know when we start studying tenses. So, this is just a summary of the rules, and you might have heard of it, read it, practiced it even for quite some time. What you really need to know is where they are used, routine, habit, universal, truth, fixed, timetable. Just okay. Now, I'll just if you have already gone through the rules of the tenses, just let me know. And if there is any particular tense that you want to learn about, you can type that too. Then we'll just work accordingly. Otherwise, you can go through these rules. And if you want, I can explain. Just let me know. Yeah, let's do one thing. We have these sentences. Yes. If anybody can just let me know the correct answer to that. I have passed my examination. I dashed it. I have passed it 2 years ago. Hanji. Yes. What's the answer to that? How will you correct this? Because as we correct these, we'll go through the rules as well. Tenses are a bit confusing. Yes, they are. So, okay, let me tell you, we can learn tenses in combinations. I'll just help you with that. That's why I dealt with other topics beforehand so that we can find some time for tenses. So we have time to deal with tenses. You can just post your queries, because this is a very broad statement, Shakmila. They are a bit confusing. What exactly confuses you? If you can let me know, then I can help you with that. What confuses you? Hmm. I passed it 2 years ago. All right. So the very first sentence, very first sentence for correction brings us to a point where I can just help you with the point, that is, uh, when you use a go. So first thing that you need to check, Shakja, is that what are we talking about? When is the time that we are talking about? Because tense, the very word tense means uh, present perfect continuous is the trouble. Okay, I'll talk about that. And all of you, if you can just let me know what troubles you, so then I can just find out. I can help you with that, right? That will be easier. Okay. Okay, present perfect continuous is a difficult area. Okay, what else? Mostly the combination of tenses, correct. Okay, so okay, I'll just begin from the very first point. So simple present tense means that when we talk of routine or habit or universal truth or fixed timetable, these are in present, right? But you have to decide whether you are going to use simple present or present continuous. That is one combination. In case some whatever is going on, whatever is in progress, that is continuous. That is a progressive tense, right? So next one that we have here on our screen, that is like present perfect and past continuous. Yes. Okay. 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 So let us talk about them one by one. As we go through these sentences, I'll explain. Then, other than that, we can just see whatever else is there to be done, right? I have passed my examination. When something is over, some action got over and has something to do with the present, that is present perfect. Present perfect, I'll show you the rules. Present perfect is has, have plus third form. If you That brings me to the point. This is simple present. Okay, sorry, I will begin with the first tense itself. Just go through it. Present perfect is routine, habit, universal truth, fixed timetable. We use first form or first form plus S or ES, right? I play, we play, you go, they come, he comes, she goes, it rains. For negative or interrogative sentences, we use do or does. Do or does. I do not take tea. You do not play football. They do not tell a lie. Simple past. Simple past is action over or routine with the routine in the past. And we use second form of the verb, right? And the and if we talk about the words or adverbs that are used with this, ago, yesterday, or last week or last week, last month, last year. So these are indicators of simple past tense, right? And then coming to this question, he says, I passed it 2 years ago. The moment you just see ago, it means it is simple past. It is not perfect. Okay. I passed it 2 years ago. Next one again. I have been to Paris. I have gone there in 1987. Again, come here, let us see. And when it is year, in plus year, 1987, or at 5 o'clock, at 5 p.m. So these are the situations where you use simple past tense, correct? Then when he says that I went there, so this will be I went there in 1987. The moment you say in a plus year, so we change it from present perfect to simple past, correct? Is this clear? Shakrita, is it clear to you? Next one. Babur has founded the Mughal Empire. So this action got over in the past. It hasn't got anything to do with present. Again, so what we'll do? We'll say he founded the Mughal Empire. Babur founded the Mughal Empire. This will be the right answer. Second one will be I went there. I passed it. The rain has ceased yesterday. So what are we going to do? How are you going to correct this? Anybody? How are you going to correct this? Yes, founded. Babur founded the Mughal Empire. The rain has ceased yesterday. So, what do we do? Yesterday means it is simple past tense. Simple past tense means we are going to use second form. So, we'll say the rain ceased yesterday. I have finished my letter last evening. The moment we say last evening, week, month, year, century, so we use second form. I finished my letter last evening. Are all of you with me? Are you able to get what I'm saying? Hello? That is clear to you? Yes, we remove has. The parrot has died of cold last night. The parrot died of cold last night. Seventh. Yes. Seventh sentence. I saw her as I went to school. So how are we going to correct? This is a combination, Shakrija. This is a combination that one action is in progress. In the middle of that, another thing happened, right? I saw her as I was going to school. I saw her as I was going to school. The action of going to school was in progress, in the middle of which I saw her. So this is a combination where we use past continuous and simple past tense, right? Next one. He came into my room while both the actions are happening at the same time, while I was writing. So, no, not both of them are happening. This is again the similar sentence as the seventh one. While I was writing, the action of writing is in progress. It was in progress when he came into my room. Correct? Next, he was ill for 2 days when the doctor was sent for. Something happened. He had been ill for 2 days. This was in when the doctor was sent for. I solved all the question before the time was over. Now this combination is the combination of past perfect and simple past. If you want to note it down, you can. Past perfect and simple past. So there are two actions that took place in the past and one action occurred prior to the other. Both of them did not happen at the same time. One happened earlier. I had solved all the questions. This happened earlier before the time was over. Time got over later on. I had solved because we use both the tenses in the past. This is past perfect. The combination Shakija is past perfect and simple past. I had solved. And this famous or infamous sentence that we have been hearing for so long. The patient had died before the doctor came. Past perfect. The patient had died before the doctor came because the action that took place afterwards, later on, that is simple past. The doctor came later. The patient had died already. The boat was sunk by storm. Storm which, what happened earlier? Boat sank or the storm sprang up? Storm sprang up first. The boat was sunk by a storm that had suddenly, and then you're supposed to change the form also, had suddenly sprung up, right? Everything clear to this point? You, 13th, you will be hearing this news already. When we think use already, that means action is over. So then we use will be hearing. No, we'll be using you will have heard. You will have, and then third form. You will have heard this news already. So I need not to repeat it. Correct this, please. So I need not to repeat it. Yes. Shubham, you are right. You will have heard this news already. So I need not repeat it. Need not is not followed by to. Need not is not followed by to. So I need not repeat it. So in this sentence, you see there are two of these. Look, the smoke. Now, when you say look, it is in progress. It is happening now. Look, the smoke is coming out of the window. And another one. This is very important. You come across questions based on conditional sentences as well. If you will play the piano. If is not followed by will. If you play the piano. If you play the piano. If plus simple present. I will sing. This is the clause of condition. If you play the piano, it will take first form. And I will sing. This is the main clause. This will take simple future. Now, if you played the piano, next one, when if is followed by second form, this is also correct. We can use second form also, but we'll continue it into past. We'll say, I would say. Are you able to note down? If plus first form, main part has main clause is will plus first. If plus second form, main clause is would plus first form. Will changes into would. That makes it past. Right? If you had played the piano, I would have sung. I would have sung. Now, now you see if it is present, this is simple future. If it is past, this is past plus first form. Past of will plus first form. Had played, this is past perfect. Shaktiz, are you with me? If this is past perfect, and then we say will, past of will is would, and then we add have to it so that both of these are in past perfect form. Clear? I learned that my friend has failed. I learned that my friend. What are you going to do with this? Had failed. He failed earlier. You came to know later on. Right. Not remove, we have to replace it with had. Shubham, we have to replace it with had. Next, the judge declared that he is guilty. Now, it is going to be was guilty because this is past. He declared. Accordingly, we'll change is to was. I said it was easier to talk than to act. Now, it is this is going to be is because it is a proverb. Proverbs do not change the tense. They do not go into past. I said it is easier to talk than to act. I'm taking exercise every day. How do you say? Is it continuous or a habit? It is a routine. And routine takes simple present. Yes, Shakti, it was, he was guilty. I think I'm getting the answers bit late. Mhm. Next. Yes, it is a habit. I take exercise every day. I have read this news yesterday. Yes, now you are going to help me with this. I'm not, I told you already. I have read this news yesterday. What do you say? Yesterday means it is simple past. And simple past means yes, yes. 21st sentence is a routine, habit. Now, 22nd one. I have read this news yesterday. What do you do with it? Yes, this is simple past. And we change, we remove have. I read this news yesterday. Yeah, I know. I get the answers a bit late. There's, I don't know why it is happening. All right. Yes, we have removed have. I read the news, correct. 23rd. He has seen you in the party last night. What are you going to do with it? I'll wait for your answers, even though there is a bit of lag there. So I'll wait. Yes, he has seen you in the party last night. How are you going to correct it? Shubham, Ankit, Shatrija. He saw you. Correct, Ritika. Ratika, sorry. He saw you in the party last night. Correct. I'm learning English grammar for many days. Yes. Perfect continuous. This is what you are talking about. I'm learning. And when, see, you say, if I say I'm learning English grammar, full stop, it is correct. But the moment you add time to it for many days, then it changes into, what does it change into? Shubham, what does it change into? Present continuous changes into what when we add time to it? Yes, I have been learning. Ratika, it is correct. I have been learning English grammar for many days. It changes into perfect continuous. I am learning will change into I have been learning. For is not going to change into sense. For is correct because we are talking of period. We are talking of duration. When we say many days, it is talking of duration. Yes, Shakija, it is correct. Perfect continuous. Ratika says it is perfect continuous. Correct. Have been learning. Correct. The earth move around the sun. The earth moves around the sun. I gave the answer. Continuous, perfect continuous, right, right. Moves, universal truth, simple present. Thank you. That is moves. We shall not go out if it will rain. Please correct this. Ankit, please correct it. Mhm. Earth moves, correct. Ankit, please correct this. We shall not go out if it will rain. What's wrong with this? Anybody? We shall not go out if it. Shubham, how are you going to correct this? Yes, thank you, Shaktiya. If it rains, just a while ago we saw that if doesn't take will. Next, I taught him three lessons. I did my work when he came. Now, I was doing my work when he came. Here are shoes. Here are your shoes. I have just polished them. I'm studying. Yes, that is. I Yes, I have just polished them. Next one. I am studying in Delhi Public School since last year. Yet I have been studying. Yeah, that is also correct, Shakti. I had done my work when he came. I was doing my work when he came. Depends. It depends upon the options that you have been given, right? That you have been provided with. You have to pick the answer accordingly. He know his faults. Ankit, want you to correct this, please. He know his faults. Right. He knows his faults. Correct. Thank you. Okay. Correct. He knows his faults. All right. Now, what we are going to do, I'll just show you the page for the rules once again. If you just want to have a look at them, this page is there for you to just have a glance at it. If there's any doubt, you can ask. Anything, any particular tense that you want me to discuss. My fault won't be plural. He knows his faults. My no, it may be my faults also. It may be more than one. Yes, here I would like you to say that there is a phrase that is it is find sorry find fault with. Wait, it has to be here. Yes, find fault with. It is not find faults with. It is find fault with. Right? After future tense. Yes, I can. Sure, why not? This was simple future. Now this is present continuous, past continuous, future continuous. So in all the continuous tenses, we use first form plus ing. And in present continuous tense, we use is, am, are. Past continuous takes was or were. Future continuous tense takes will be or shall be. Correct. Is it clear? Shubham, is it clear? Then we have perfect tenses. All the perfect tenses take third form of the verb. Continuous means action in progress. And perfect tense means action completed. Action got over. Present perfect got over in the present. Has something to do with present still. Past perfect, it got over before something else. The train had left before I reached the station. When I reached the station. Future perfect tense. Action will be over. You will have heard this news already. That must have taken place already. Yeah, perfect continuous tenses. These are the rules. And in all of these perfect continuous tenses, action in progress for some time. I have been learning English for many years. I have been learning English since school. If it is over, I have learned tenses. I have completed writing this book. Past perfect continuous. He had been waiting for me for 10 minutes. Action was in progress for some time. Future perfect continuous tense. He will have been waiting for them, for his friends. Will have been in future. That action will be going on for a period of time. Anything that now you have time to just have any doubts, or like I can help you with them. If you have any doubts, anything to clarify, please ask me. So we have around 10 to 15 minutes for that. Any doubts? Yes, please. If you have any doubts, do let me know. No doubts? So if there are no doubts, I would just like to have a word regarding how to deal with the passage for comprehension. So you do get some questions. You are given a passage and you are supposed to write answers to the questions based upon that paragraph, that passage for comprehension. So I would suggest that you read questions first, depending upon the time you have per question. So I would suggest that you read the questions first, right? Yes, Shaktija, I'll just help you, let you know what we can do about that, right? Regarding the idioms. So as you can see that they were basically about from the book graduation, like the books that you get for graduation, any book. Like here we have in Punjab University, I think it is prescribed in the syllabus. Idioms are prescribed in the syllabus for either second year or final year. So in case you can just get your hands on one of the books that deals with these, right? All of these are prepositional phrases also. These are again that what I come across, these are part of the syllabus in graduation. Just you have to look and see the which books are there. All the level is for just regarding the graduation level only. The books, the syllabus that you have for graduation. Just find out which of the books deals with these, right? Don't have to go for any specific book for that. If you have any specific book for preparation, it may be there, it may not be there, but just go for the graduation level books. That is better. That's what I would suggest. And when we come for comprehension, so what is it? How you deal with it? Because I think time is the most important issue here because you just don't have ages to go for the text and then find the answers. If you're given more time, I think everybody can find the answers. Time is at a premium. That is why we really need to be quick and to be able to solve your answers in time. I would suggest that just read the questions beforehand, then read the text and just mark where the answers are lying and leave it there. Solve other rest of the questions and then come back. Give it two readings. Don't try to do it there and then in one go. That will take longer, right? I would suggest that read the questions, mark and read the text. Second thing, read the text. Third, just mark the text with the pencil or pen that this is where the answer to this question seems to be lying around. So leave it. Go to other questions, come back again. Give your mind some time to process the information, then just see and solve. You will be able to pick the answers with more clarity. You'll be more sure of your answer that yes, this is the right answer. So now this is your turn now to ask, though we have been interacting throughout. So if there are any doubts, you can ask. Otherwise, we'll just close it. No doubts? All right. Thank you so much for being there. I hope today's uh, session is going to help you while you are preparing for your exam, right? All the best. Thank you so much. Bye.